8 Features of the Greatest Creator. Xiefeng. 3. The greatest creator is neutral. The greatest creator is unique and exclusive, and the greatest creator is also neutral. There are men and women and male and female animals and plants, so what of the greatest creator? We can never say the greatest creator is male or female, because if that were so, then there would have to be a greatest creator of the opposite gender to be the opposite, which would dampen the uniqueness and exclusivity of the greatest creator. Nor can we understand the greatest creator by using the bipolarity in the principle of the unity of opposites. That is to say, we cannot define the greatest creator as true or false, good or evil, or beautiful or ugly, because if we define the greatest creator as good, then there would have to be an evil and opposite greatest creator as the opposite of the good greatest creator, which would again dampen the uniqueness and exclusivity of the greatest creator. Everything, including animals, humans, Buddha, and God, has its respective nature. Then, of what nature is the greatest creator? The greatest creator is without nature, which means the greatest creator does not have the nature of matter, animals, humans, Buddha, or gods. It is not at all correct to classify the greatest creator into any section of life. If we were to say that a certain person has the nature of an animal, then we would be degrading him or her. To say that the Buddha has the nature of humans is to degrade the Buddha. Such would be the case to say that a god has the nature of Buddha, or that the greatest creator has the nature of matter, animals, humans, Buddha, or a god. As a result, the greatest creator has no nature. The greatest creator is neutral. It is imperative we discuss the Hare Krishna movement because it involves the greatest creator. Krishna and Krishna consciousness are originated from the traditional Indian wisdom literatures, which have been inherited by some masters with spiritual nature. The most outstanding leader of the Hare Krishna movement is Srila Prabhupada. The movement shines with wisdom, focusing on the spiritual features, instead of the material or flesh attributes of human beings. Many of its contents are valuable and worthy of being adopted. But we have to know who is Krishna. According to the many lecture sheets of Srila Prabhupada, we know that Krishna is the supreme God of the universe, which is acceptable. However, he also said that Krishna was unique and exclusive and the source of all sources. Who can be unique and exclusive? Who can be the source of all sources? Only the greatest creator is. So we can conclude that Krishna is the greatest creator. Then, is Krishna really the greatest creator? In his lecture sheet, Definition of the God, in the Curtain Consciousness, Srila Prabhupada said, when Krishna showed up on the earth, he had 16,108 wives, each of whom lived in the marble palaces decorated with jewels and equipped with furniture made of ivory and gold, demonstrating extreme splendidness. So is this the greatest creator? Of course not. Being neutral, the greatest creator is neither male nor female. How could the greatest creator have 16,108 wives? Why don't we say Krishna have 16,108 husbands? Evidently, it is the idea of male superiority. Moreover, the greatest creator was much too libidinous if he really had so many wives. Are we extolling or desecrating the greatest creator when we generate so many wives for him with the mentality and the lust of flesh of human beings? The wives of Krishna lived in the marble palaces decorated with jewels and equipped with furniture made of ivory and gold, demonstrating extreme splendidness. In fact, the laymen have imposed their own wills on the greatest creator. Would the greatest creator like marbles, jewels, ivory and gold simply because these things are precious in the eyes of the common? In a word, Krishna is not the greatest creator. Krishna consciousness is the goddess of love whose spirituality has reached the harmonious integrating with God. Nevertheless, we have to be cautious about the Krishna, who is not the greatest of creator but is labeled so, thus the Krishna consciousness is extremely dangerous. 8 Features of the Greatest Creator. Xiefeng. 4. The greatest creator is mysterious. The greatest creator administers all things in the universe with psychic energy. Such psychic energy is the Tao stated by Lao Tzu in his Tao Te Ching. We can also understand psychic energy as the consciousness and thinking of the greatest creator. Our bodies are fueled by blood, while the universe is fueled by psychic energy, the consciousness and thinking of the greatest creator. Consequently, the intelligence of the greatest creator is actually the blood and vital force of the universe. All human movements, including speaking, eating, sleeping, studying, working, and loving, are based on physical instinct and human consciousness, and all of the universe's movements, including the movements of celestial bodies, the continuation of the order of galaxies, and the life and death of all beings within it are based on the laws of physical movements and the psychic energy and consciousness of the greatest creator. The greatest creator does not reveal itself, instead, it reveals its psychic energy. The greatest creator has never favored or communicated with any group of people or given any special revelation directly to anyone. The intelligence of the greatest creator is permeated in every space of the universe and in all the movements of matter. It is to be found in each of us. The greatest creator stays with the universe, all things, and all people. Since the greatest creator is with us, why can we not see it? The answer is that the greatest creator is mysterious. What does this mean? To be specific, the psychic energy of the greatest creator, the consciousness, thinking, laws, Tao, blood, and vital force, is non-material and is dark energy that is invisible, intangible, and can neither be explained nor understood. Such non-material and dark energy perform their functions quietly and without evident appearance or symbols. Though it seems that non-matter and dark energy do not exist, they are actually objective existence, which is ubiquitous and strictly loyal to its nature at all times. Why do human bodies age and die? What leads to aging and death? No scientists, biologists, politicians, or religionists can answer these questions, simply because the greatest creator is mysterious. In the chapter of primary physical and spiritual healthcare in Chanyuan Corpus, I state that the causes of human body aging and death, according to their damaging force, are arranged in the following order: the mind activities aroused by the 7 emotions and 6 sensory carnal desires, drinks and food, sleeping, labor, weather, air quality, noise, cosmic force, terrestrial magnetism, gravitation, radiation, and rays and waves of all kinds. The human body aging and death are facilitated by each anger, excitement, emotional change, depression, cigarette, liquor, improper drink or food, late sleeping or insomnia, overstress, cold or hot wind, rainfall or frost, polluted air inhaled, unpleasant sound, sunspot activity, volcanic eruption or earthquake, leakage of nuclear facilities, bomb explosion, sandstorm, etc. Most of the people agree with my explanation. But most of them do not understand how the above factors change the growth structure of the human bodies. Why? The answer is also that the greatest creator is mysterious. The greatest creator is mysterious, only revealing the result without showing the process. Why? Because everyone would become a god if he understood how things move and change. If so, he would compete with the greatest creator. For instance, the ministers, governors, and common people only know the results of the political bureau, the highest decision-making body of China, meetings of CPC's Central Committee in accordance with their limits of authority. But they never know the process of these meetings. Otherwise, China would fall in disorder. Is the greatest creator selfish or mean? Absolutely not. The greatest creator wouldn't let us know the process just out of his mercy. For instance, a baby is born and someone tells its parents how the baby will grow up and end up in being drowned in a river at the age of 15. Just imagine what the consequences will be like. Of course, it does not mean that the greatest creator will never let the humans know how things move and change. As a matter of fact, he just reveals all mysteries in front of the mankind. How much people can understand the process depends on the individual's spiritual nature and wisdom. The purer their spiritual nature is and the wiser they are, the more and deeper can they understand, and vice versa. For instance, the falling of apples is shown, fairly and selflessly, to almost all the people by nature. But only Newton reached the law of universal gravitation. Many people have taken lifts. But only a few have ever thought what would happen if constant energy is added to the lift, no cable constraint. The life would keep accelerating and its quality would increase. Infinite energy is needed before the speed of the lift could exceed that of the light, which is impossible. The non-material is not considered in this case. As a result, Albert Einstein got the famous equation of E equals mc², which led to the nuclear bombardment of Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan. Moreover, most of us have the experience of keeping ourselves warm close to the stove or campfire, have seen the burning things or have felt hot in the face when cooking at the gas cooker in the kitchen, but have any of us reached the theory of quantum mechanics? Only Max Planck did. Many of us have sat under a tree and only Sakyamuni found the 36-dimensional spaces with consciousness and Buddha land and the ways to become a Buddha. The greatest creator treats all people equally, either the white, black, or yellow, the kings, specialists or common people, either the rich, or the middle class or the poor, either the Muslims, Buddhists, or Christians. The greatest creator has offered the same opportunity and right. Take a broad view and you will see faraway mountains are fresh and green. If you can open your window of your mind and cast your eyes into the future, you can detect the spiritual light of the greatest creator among billions of natural phenomena around you. And you can obtain the great and supreme wisdom that leads to utmost understanding.